Good evening, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for giving me the chance, and I cannot open the camera because I'm in the car. There is no problem. Stay safe, and we are pleased to have you among us. So the problem happened with my sister in 2020 when Saudi authorities and the Health Saudi organization during the COVID in 2020, in July 2020, we were informed, or we knew by her friends, that my sister was imprisoned and arrested. We didn't know the cause of arrest because the consulate didn't give us any clear information. After a lot of communication, we knew that the reason of detaining is using Twitter and Facebook. So my sister has done some tweets, some publications, which the Saudi regime disliked. And that's why they decided to imprison him. She was arrested for a whole year, and after that, the trial started. First judgment was issued after 1 year and a half, and it was a very brutal judgment for 7 years and a half, and also with a pending execution for 1 year. So for 2.5, we tried to oppose and to appeal this judgment in order to decrease the years. However, they increased the years of sentence, and the same charge was issued against her, and they actually threatened her by a weapon. And the charge is also because she did a tweet. She retweeted, and she was charged for terrorism and also destabilizing the security of the country. So just look about the charge they have accused her, and this is totally illogic. There is no relational link to each other. There is no actual link between these two things. And I apologize for using English sometimes. There is no problem. So, Mr. Nidhal, I would like to ask you if you want to add any other thing, or shall we pose any questions? Whatever. If you have any questions, I wanted to talk really briefly. It's very important to us to hear what you have to say, and I wanted to comment, and we would leave this opportunity for anyone who wants to pose any question. So as for the appeal for the judgments, unfortunately, there are a lot of cases when the concerned persons would appeal the judgments, then the judgment would multiply in the sentence or in the years. Unfortunately, your sister is not the only one. A lot of similar cases, and this actually signifies the problem of the judicial system in Saudi Arabia, because the Saudi regime and the judicial system there is not independent and is actually driven by politics and also full of defaults. I would like to know what are the circumstances of your sister there. Frankly speaking, the social advisor from the consulate visited her, and he confirmed that she has good conditions, no impacts of any torture. Thanks God. We were confirmed by the social advisor. He visited her last Tuesday, At least when he visited her, he didn't find any traces of torture. This is a good news compared to other cases who their families have no idea about them. We have heard about one of the cases yesterday. So we really hope that she would be set free, hopefully. Would anyone like to pose a question for Nidhal? I have a comment here. I heard the story and actually, frankly, it's very sad. I would imagine if she was a nurse from another country, like a nurse from the UK or from France, then what would be her fate? Would she face the same fate? So it's not a question we can actually answer, but it's just a question which we are posing because there are precedents where governments of such cases, if we had a similar case, the government would follow up her citizens. It would know what are their problems. If they were imprisoned, they would demand just trials. Did the Tunisian government actually demand that and focused on her case? Thank you for your question. At the first, since 1.5 years, and when this was public to the media, the Tunisian government didn't intervene at all, with no minimal efforts. However, after some efforts for human rights in Tunisia and other NGOs, we raised the voice all the way to the Tunisian government and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and now they are trying to do some communication, but actually the thanks are sent to the human rights NGOs because they raised our voice and it reached to the Tunisian authorities, or else they wouldn't have discussed her case. We would like to thank you for your concern and concern for your sister, and this is a duty